Hey everyone, this is Hydra from Xtrades back with another video, and in this video we're gonna go over TTMI. This is TTM Technologies. Not a lot of people have heard of this stock, but this one has been on my radar for a while, and it's one of the biggest winners in 2025 as well, and doing really well in 2026 so far as well. But yeah, let's take a look at the weekly chart on this one. So yeah, you can see this one IPO'd back in 2004, and it really hasn't moved for almost 20 plus years. So if we try to like draw the base, I'll draw it somewhat like this, right? That's the resistance, or this is resistance around 20, support around 8.5. And then in 2024, that's when we started to try to break out of the base, but failed initially, and then we got a nice bounce, and then failed again in April. But that's just because everything was pulling back in April. And then, yeah, the market had a correction in April, so a lot of small caps also pulled back in, and then we got a really nice bounce back. And this is when I really started paying attention to it. Once we started breaking out of this like mini base, right, around that 26.5 level. So yeah, once we gapped up here, that was definitely a must watch for me because we had a gap up and go, and then we formed like a mini flag here, and then it was buyable around that $29-30 level, right? And then this one just really took off, and then formed another like flag here, and then broke out higher, and then took off once more, formed another flag, took off, and then there's like some mini flags over here, right? So on the weekly chart, the setups were super clear, right? This one would just break out, flag, and then continue grinding up higher and higher. And then just recently, we had a huge earnings gap up, and currently this one is forming a flag once more. So yeah, this one's definitely top on my radar. Huge volume on the earnings breakout as well. Actually, wait, no, this one was from last week. But yeah, we did have a huge spike in volume on the earnings breakout, so definitely yeah, this one's definitely a top watch for me. Yeah, if we look at the daily chart, you can see that this gap up and go was a good setup, right? We had a gap up, but wasn't a great close, and then the next day we took out that gap up candle high of day, so it was buyable over there. And then yeah, we have some like mini resistance levels over here, like for example, so we could buy as it breaks out of that level, and then for example another one over here, right? And then we had like a mini correction, but this was just a flag on the weekly chart, and then yeah, continued to break out higher and higher. But yeah, this one looks really good to me, and I think this one is a very strong candidate for 2026. Again, not a lot of people know about this stock, so this one's still relatively under the radar, and I think this one has a lot of potential for a big move up. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you guys for tuning in.